You're listening to World Oil Deep Dive, conversations with energy industry leaders and engineers about the market trends and technologies shaping the oil and gas industry. Now, here's this week's episode.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of the World Oil Deep Dive series on Wireline. And our guest right now is Dirk Bosman from Baker Hughes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Jim. Nice to be here, and thank you for the invite.
Yeah, no, it's a real pleasure. I mean, this is my first time at this show, and I'm just blown away by how many people are here. Yeah. What a great turnout! I think they said there were going to be like 1,000 people here tonight.
A fantastic event. This is my first event as well.
Okay.
So I know this is a focus on the wireline products mostly, but I mean, we were saying you should have something like this for every single product.
Yeah,
it's a one-stop shop where you see the people you really want to talk to, the right teams you want to engage with. So fantastic.
Yeah, no, for me it's just amazing because everybody seems to know everybody else.
Yes,
it's like a family reunion for wireline.
Absolutely, and you see all the familiar faces very, very quickly. You see this is the place where you can meet up and have that follow-up discussion, that follow-up chat. So a lovely place, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been fantastic. And so you guys, this is your first time here. It's because you're making a push into the North American perf market, right?
Yes, I think from a Baker Hughes side, we've been here a few times, but this time really we're launching some new products for the North American land market. So we've had our true jet shape charges business in the North America, but we're really trying to push that forward much more aggressively and introducing it into the market. We're doing it via Baker Hughes. We're doing it via partners we've got within the US market as well. And then we're very excited to launch our new Select addressable gun system over here in the North America land market. This is custom designed for this market, the North America business. So we should be commercializing that by, I would say, the end of this month. We'll be in the field actively pursuing and driving
nice.
The business, yeah.
But just looking around here, there are a lot of perf gun guys here. So what's special about yours?
I think from our side, this is really the first truly what we call addressable system for the market that's really addressing a very niche but very specific market gap at the moment from our side in the market. It's also, we come with the support from a Baker Hughes company as well.
Right.
With that support system and the international experience. Historically, we've been focusing a lot on that international market with the bigger players, international, the IOCs, the NOCs, and all of that. So now we can implement that actually into the North American land market, bring that experience over here. So with the designs and the focus from that over here in the North American market.
Now, is that transferable from overseas? Because they don't do a lot of shale over there, do they? I mean, do they?
I think.
I don't know. Do they? It's a real question.
I would say absolutely. I think it's the shale market over here is very specific, and I think that's a very, very specific market over here. But I think that it's more that lessons that you learn from the other side, the same type of formations that you can discover, the same type of applications that you get. It's very applicable to here as well, specifically from the design perspective. Baker Hughes has also been one of the pioneers for the shape charge market, as well as the gun systems for the international market.
Really?
So we're really bringing that over here as well. And this is where it all started. We've got a facility called Pine Island, just outside of 45 minutes outside of Houston.
Right.
And this is really, we're coming back home for North America land market, really focusing here where we should focus as well, where everything started as well.
Yeah,
back in the day.
But isn't that curious, right? That you guys were doing a lot of business overseas and not really paying attention to this market. So do you see then the U.S. market as a growth potential simply because you haven't been there, or because there's more growth in the market?
I would say it's a little bit of both. The market in the U.S. can be very up and down, fluctuating, but the market is always here. And it always come back. So we're really focusing on that. And the market size, we cannot ignore a $1.3 to $1.5 billion market.
Right, exactly.
Compared to the rest of the world, there's some isolated areas, but I mean, you've got everything over here in the North American market. That's why we see so many different companies here as well. Very excited about the market over here.
Oh, absolutely,
so
absolutely.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah. But outside of North America, then what are the big markets for like perf?
So for perforating, I would say the Middle East is a very big market for us, and I think for the other players as well. So there's a big focus on the North America, but we're also making fantastic entries now into the North Sea market as well.
Oh, yeah,
I think there's a big focus for new technology and new products in the North Sea market, so we're making fantastic entries over there. You'll see some interesting things coming up from that side, announcement from our side as well.
Oh, really?
On that side. And then I think the Asia-Pacific market is a very big market. China being a very big market, but then also the rest of APAC is a very big market for everybody that's getting a lot more focus as of late as well. Yeah.
That, interestingly, what is the, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what's kind of like the breakdown of perf activity globally? Okay, so U.S., what percentage? Middle East, Asia, that type of stuff.
I think that's a very open question. Like depends who you ask, of course. But I would say that the vast majority would be the North American market. I mean, a 1.3 billion market. We cannot ignore that.
Is there any other market that big? Any single market that big, or
I would say no single market. It's a very big market in China, but it's mostly serviced by local companies.
Right.
So I think that's a very much, and not too many international players there. But I would say the next big one is the North American market, where there's also more drive for technology and more, for efficiency gains and for optimization and all that. So that's why we really focus on the North American market going forward.
Yeah. And so what is the strategy like when you're focusing on a market, like coming back to the U.S.? Like I said, this is where it all started. Yeah. What is the strategy for that? I mean, obviously you guys, big name, Baker Hughes, you can rely on that, because you can get your foot in the door. They know you're not messing around, right?
Yeah. I love that question. It's a very valid question. So coming into a market where we've got so many companies around here, like a lot of, I would say, competitors as well. But I would say competition is healthy in this market. But it's not easy for someone like us to just come back in. We don't have that established name in the US market. We've got a very small market share historically over here. So for us, it's really a strategy of partnering with the right people. So we've formed a very good partnership with one, we call them channel partners. One company, FAG, I'll be very open about that as well. So we're putting a lot of effort behind that as well, with a focus on a company with an established brand in the North American market, and we're driving that with them as well as a way of entering this market as well. And then I'd say it's really that strategic partnership with, if we go to a customer and build not a one-off type of sale, like we're selling you something and then walking away, or like, what's the next one? Can we sell you more next week? Really forming that collaborative optimization drive, like how can we add value to your business in North America?
No, that I think that is the difference between selling a commodity, right? Yeah. Because it could be commoditized.
Absolutely,
other people have addressable switches. Absolutely, they got two things. So, you need to have more than just the technology, right?
Yeah. And I think that's also one of the reasons why you have not seen Baker Hughes historically too active in this market. We've been, I think it's a strategy realignment that's happening at the moment by realizing that this is the market dynamics at play. We have a lot of players over here. We need to find that niche way of entering the market as well, and providing the right fit for purpose business products.
I think teaming up with somebody who, a distributor or somebody who's already in place too, that's got to be a big help, right? That'll get you.
Absolutely.
Because they have the relationships already, and they'll be like, hey, we can use this. And, I got to ask, so are you giving deals too? Is there a discount involved when you're trying to get into a market?
We might be talking about a few things of that off the line here. So I won't call out names, but we had two good discussions today.
Really?
About something today as well at this event, the Desero event. So
that's amazing, right?
So I think we need to realize, like, we're a new player in the market, really not new as entry, but really like trying to push this. It's not, we cannot just walk and say like, here's our charges and our GAN system. Run it. So we need. There needs to be a benefit of. It's a cost of change. There needs to be that little bit of extra. So help me out.
And I think that's fascinating what you just said about, like, here you were having business discussions, because for me, first time I'm here, right? Yeah. Looks like a big party, like a lot of people drinking and talking and having a good time. but there's actual business being conducted, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So, and the beauty of it is, I mean, I've been standing at the booth with some fellow Baker people, and the people that come to talk with are the people we want actually to talk with. I mean, to talk to.
Nice.
It's not just suppliers talking with suppliers. I mean, I think we've been talking a lot of events has been going that way.
Right.
This is much more focused on talking with the people we want to talk to, and bumping into the right people. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So.
Well, that's fantastic. So when does all this kick off? You're going to kick this off pretty soon?
Yeah, so our TrueJet products are already in the market, so we're driving that aggressively at the moment in the North American market, but then our TrueSelect system is being launched this quarter. So
okay.
From the end of this May period onwards, May, June, we'll be launching that into the system. So we had fantastic field trials that's been going very well. It's been coming a long time, so a lot of people have been familiar with this system being introduced. We were not confident it was ready yet, but now we feel it's ready for the market. We've proven with some field trials that it's very good. So it's time for that commercialization runs, which we've been doing on a small scale. I won't mention details about that, but we are very happy with the results. So you'll see a lot more of that in June period this year.
Yeah, I'm not a technical guy, so maybe you could fill me in on this. Like, I know you're doing runs, and I mean, what is a good run? I mean, that the charges explode when you want them to explode, where you want them to explode. I mean, what constitutes a good run?
I think, in short, that's what it comes down to. But it's also helping the customer design the right system and the right setup for their particular well. So we don't only want to sell a product, but it's really, I love the question, is really bringing that value to the customer. Like, the guns went off, but the result of the production I'm getting from that is really what we wanted. What we wanted from the, it's syncing up with the simulations we've done, syncing up with the intended design.
So there's a lot of work that goes in before you actually run something in the hole. Then you're working with the guys who design the well, who are doing the design, saying, hey, these are the areas we want to frack. You're working with them hand in glove before you even get out in the field, basically.
I would say there's a big portion of that, but we also need to realize that the North American market has got some very experienced players and operators that's very experienced in what they need in the market. So we really, for us, is a focus on listening to our customers, what they're looking, and then giving our discrete inputs on this is where we think you can improve, and taking lessons from our customers as well on that going forward.
Nice. That's incredible.
That's a very exciting business to be in at the moment. So
yeah. And so you're heading that up for the U.S. Is that your job?
I'm heading up we call it our on-demand solutions. It's basically we're focusing on direct sales, on alternative business models, working with channel partners, creative business way of doing business going forward. So I'm leading that for the Wireline Group for Baker Hughes on a global level. So with North America being a good big focus for us on perforating at the moment. So
wow, I feel super privileged to have you on the show, man. I mean, really, global knowledge. I mean, that's fantastic. And I know we'll hear more from you because, we talk with your guys on the back end about the communications, and you got to get some case studies together for the magazine, for World Oil Magazine and stuff. We would love that, right? And then we can, come back when they're launched and you got like case studies with numbers and stuff out there, and we could talk about specific cases, maybe even bring a client on. That would be great, right?
Absolutely. And what we always say, the proof is in the pudding in actually showing our customers what we can do. So we always invite customers, let's do in the perforating world, let's do a shoot-off.
Oh, really?
Is pretty much exactly what the words are saying it is. So bring some different technology and we have a shoot-off and really put ourselves behind our charges, behind our technology in this market. So
that's hardcore, right? Because that could be embarrassing. That could be embarrassing too, right?
It could be embarrassing, but we're putting ourselves behind that. So we haven't. I'm still proud and confident over here. So that should tell you something. So
definitely, Dirk. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time out and talking with us.
Jim,
and we'll definitely have you back when we can talk some specifics and maybe get a client on too.
Yeah,
thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for tuning in to our show. Please check out the show notes for the links we discussed in the podcast. We'd value your opinions, so if you have any questions or comments, kindly email them to us at deepdive@worldoil.com. Additionally, we'd appreciate it if you could rate us on your preferred podcast listening app. Lastly, don't forget to visit worldoil.com for the latest technical articles and news about the oil and gas industry.